Collective, what's happening? What's good? We're back home. We're back indoors. So I thought let's do a quick collective reading and just gauge the energies because I love y'all so much. Okay, cool. Let's just take a deep breath. One more. Let's ground in this moment, ground in the present. There is nothing better than the present moment. There is no treasure. There is no gold. There is no bag like the present moment. Seeing a lot of cards. I haven't started shuffling, but I did see the world. I saw the Queen of Wands. I saw the Empress. What are you cooking? High Priestess, Sovereign. You are sovereign. You know who you are. You can trust your voice for the first time in a very long time. Possibly for the first time in this lifetime, you actually know what it feels like to follow your intuition, to follow your inner counsel. And this was brought by probably heartbreak. Heartbreak led you here. Heartbreak led you to this point where you can sit with your internal resources and faculties and actually say, you know what, like, I am who I think I am. I know more than I think I do. I can follow my voice. I can follow my intuition. I can follow my counsel. I can heed to that. I can yield to that. This heart opening. Heartbreak is really an heart opening. It's just about perspective. When your heart is breaking, your heart is opening. It is expanding. This expansion of your heart led you here. So you better thank whoever broke that heart of yours. You better give them a nice big thank you. Because here you are today, sovereign, in your energy, in your truth, able to hold the entirety of the truth, the shadow aspect of it and the light aspect of it. Three of Wands, and you're ready to move forward with this truth. For a lot of the collective, you guys couldn't move forward because you were moving from an inauthentic place, because you weren't tethered to that truth, to those intuitive faculties. You had a deep understanding and knowing of who you are, but you just didn't have a way to connect with that part of yourself. But that heartbreak led you there, and now you are open-minded. We have a double three, which speaks to movement. Three of Wands and Three of Swords. Now you are open. You are ready. You are expansive. Your headspace is clear. You can think clearly and see clearly because of this heart space, because of this truth that seeped into your heart through heartbreak. I love the energy of that Three of Wands. This is you looking out into the world, ready to create, ready to expand upon your knowing, your reality, your being, your experience. I am ecstatic. Yep, Eight of Wands. This is you moving. And this is not just you moving swiftly. The universe is supporting this shift, is supporting this homecoming, is supporting you being in your truth. And more often than not, when we're in our truth and we're authentic, we're surprised at how quickly the universe responds. The universe responds with boldness, with swiftness, with accelerated change, because you're moving from an authentic place. You don't require anyone to define you, to determine what success is for you, to define what love and relationship and community and fullness are for you. You are so sovereign that all of that comes from your truth. It comes from your soul. You're sourcing that knowledge from a deeper place. And now you're shocked that the universe is like, let's go, boo. It's time to go. This part of yourself has been waiting to delineate, determine, define aspects of your life for you, as you. It's your higher self, the High Priestess. It's literally the High Priestess. It's higher consciousness. It's your higher self. It's those parts of yourself that remained dormant. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. It's a part of yourself that remained dormant. Between the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords, you're ending a cycle here that is characterized by incessant pain, incessant defeat, incessant hopelessness. You're choosing to be powerful. You've gone from hopelessness and defeat to this point where you feel like you're not in your power and you can't do anything, to this point where like, actually, yes, I can do everything. I can shift, I can change, I can own my voice, I can own my truth. You're closing out this cycle. You've closed out this cycle. You don't get to this point without being here. So like I said, thank the cycle and the people it came with and the habits it came with and the heartbreak it came with, because it's leading you to a point where you can move in sovereignty. Let's see what else. I mean, between the High Priestess and the Three of Wands, that's sovereignty, right? The Three of Wands is Aries, an Aries card, and Aries speaks to boldness and sovereignty and leadership and courage. The ability to, the courage to stay in your story. What's up? The Moon, yeah. So we have the Moon and the High Priestess. These are deeply intuitive cards. You went into the part of yourself that is enigmatic, that was buried, in order to unearth your intuitive resources, in order to connect to them, in order to hear that inner voice. That inner voice was, guess what? Obscured and buried underneath all this pain, all this trauma, all this mental captivity with the Ten of Swords. This is you feeling like you're hopeless, perceiving hopelessness, but not really being hopeless. Like I said, heartbreak is about perception. You can either believe your heart is breaking, or you can either believe your heart is expanding. This is about perception. This is about your mind being held captive by the ego. And the ego will always convince you that you have no way out, that you're hopeless, that you are in a perpetual state of ruin, which is not true, because when we know that. So now you have your intuitive faculties emerging because you decided to take things into your own hands, to transmute. You went into the depths, into the darkness, into the mystery of who you are, into the enigmatic and shadowy aspect of who you are. You've done the shadow work, and now let's see, and now your light and your shadow merge with this High Priestess energy, and that is you at your most sovereign. Okay, collective, look at you. I know you've done the shadow work. You don't even have to tell me twice. I know you've done that work. We don't embody High Priestess energy without going into the darkness. Yep, I literally saw this card while I was shuffling the world. You ending that cycle, saying it's done. It's done, and you can now move on in sovereignty, knowing your truth. You can move on. Look at you. This is you moving with it. This is the universe supporting this movement. This is you looking out ahead, looking ahead to planning on expanding on what it is that you want to create. What does this journey look like? What does this adventure look like from the space of truth and knowing? Saturn does not give us rewards. We don't master lessons. We don't evolve past them without really delving deep with this Moon card, delving deep to uncover and unearth the truth of who we are. There is no moving forward without knowing who you are. A lot of us feel stuck. A lot of us feel like we can't move forward. We feel like there are blockages. You know what the blockage is? The performance. The blockage is the illusion. The blockage is the lies you keep telling yourself. The blockage is this, thinking you're hopeless and defeated and you're in a perpetual state of ruin. That is the blockage. But as soon as you remember your power, you are granted graduation. You evolve, you expand, you move forward. With the Ace of Cups, new love. Like when you are in your truth and you're in your authenticity, it gives you an opportunity to cleanse the inner waters. And then there's a flow. There is a flow that you experience internally that allows for your intuition and your truth to emerge clearly. And sometimes we know ourselves to be deeply intuitive, but we don't have the resources and we can't navigate those parts because the waters are murky and unclear. But when you're in your High Priestess energy, the waters are clear, and so the truth can emerge clearly. You can see the truth clearly. Clear waters means you can see into the waters to derive truth. An open heart space. Like I said, this was opening your heart to receive this love that you've always wanted. Sometimes we contract the heart space and it shatters because it knows that this is what we want. We want new love. We want new opportunities to grow. Let's get 3 more. Oh, I love this energy. Like I said, thank whoever broke that heart of yours. Have a nice little ceremony. Look at you, 6 of Wands, moving forward, gaining confidence. This is what the power of your truth does. The power of heeding to your inner counsel. Your confidence is not sourced externally. It is sourced internally. It is sourced from you, from your truth, from knowing that you can trust yourself Confidence is just that, the ability to trust yourself and move forward. And look at you trusting yourself, moving forward according to your truth, according to your intuition, according to your definition, your configuration, and no one else's. And answering the call to finally come home to yourself, to finally come home to your truth for once and for all, so that you can move forward. There are so many cards that delineate movement here. 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, what is that? 3 of Wands. Movement. You can finally move because you know who you are and what you're about. A lot of our guides won't let us move forward. Our higher selves will not let us move forward until we remember who we are, until we come home to ourselves. Ooh, let's get 2 more, collective. Knight of Cups. When I say movement, moving from a clear heart space, moving from an open heart, and not a constricted heart, not a heart that is governed by fear, but that which is governed by love, because love is the truth. And when you love yourself, then you give yourself permission to move forward. Temperance, yeah, you're now harmonizing. You're in a perpetual state of harmony. This carries the frequency of the number 2. This is the Temperance card. Harmonizing, creating serenity and tranquility in your truth. There is no other peace than following your truth. There is no other harmony than like being in harmony with your truth. Like being in, like connecting to your truth, like being one with your truth. There is no better temperance, there is no better harmony, there is no better serenity, there is no better tranquility than the ability to be one with your truth, with yourself, with your depths, with your shadow and your light, with your lower dimensions and your higher dimensions, with the divine masculine aspects of yourself and the divine feminine aspects of yourself. That is what we call harmony. That is what we call balance. That is what we call truth. That is what we call tranquility and serenity. Look at that dance, that flow. You are now in flow. Like I said, with that Ace of Cups, you are now in flow, overflowing. You are overflowing because your waters are uncontaminated, your waters are clear, and your waters are unobstructed by illusions, by deception. Because the Moon card also rules deception, by deception. You no longer allow yourself to deceive yourself into thinking you are powerless. Because you are the creator. Because you are all-knowing. Because you are all-knowing, and nobody can tell you shit about yourself because you've gone down to the depths to uncover that truth. And so now we move forward. We move forward with an open heart, ready to receive love, because you've given it to yourself. You don't just get the Ace of Cups for nothing. The Ace of Cups doesn't just reveal itself for nothing. The Ace of Cups speaks to the love that you have cultivated within yourself. And now that love is ready to meet you right where you are, period, Pookie. I love you. I'm going to see you soon. You know you're the baddest. You know you're the biggest. You know you're the boss. You know there is none like you. You know you are creator, divinity. You are consciousness having a human experience. You know that about yourself. Now move like it. It's about that time. I'm going to see you soon.